Israeli cities are shaken. Hezbollah, Hamas, they are surrounding or encircling Israel, believe it or not, from Lebanon and also from Syria. Qatar, they made a U-turn. What is happening? Now I want you to take a look at this particular report first before we make any more comments. That showed that when Israel tried to launch a missile using Iron Dome, it backfired, means it came back to Israel instead of going to Palestine. And I said, guys, this is a miracle. The angels perhaps were helping the Muslims. This Iron Dome, but it failed this time spectacularly, and the whole world watched that. You can Google it and you can find out more about that. I don't want to share the footage because YouTube is censoring me. They are actually removing my videos. So again, stick with me and subscribe because I need your support. That rocket fire backfired big time. Israel is ashamed. Nothing is working. So these missiles now coming into Israel, and Israel, they do not have any answer to those missiles coming from Lebanon, Syria, even from Gaza. Now obviously looks like Hamas, they have, let's take a look a little bit more. Rockets trigger explosion in central Tel Aviv, and this is coming from Hindustan Time. They're reporting it heavily on this issue, and basically they are saying Hamas militants attacked Israel from Lebanon with long-range missiles. Guys, I told you in my other videos and I showed you guys that Hamas was not using this kind of long-range missiles in the past. They were using short-range missiles, especially from Hezbollah. They were using this missile called Barkan, and the word in Arabic, in English it means volcano. They were using this kind of short-range missiles that has the distance of 200 to 500 meters of travel. But now Hamas is saying, forget about this short-range stuff. We want to go long-range. And this is why I said in my title of the video that Israeli cities are now being shaken by these missiles. They have no answer to this. Again, Iron Dome is failing miserably for Israel, and this is nothing but miracle, qadr of Allah Azza wa Jal, that He is sending His angels to help the people of Palestine to protect those innocent civilian lives. Let's take a look at this one. So this is coming from Lebanon, from Hamas. The rockets were fired towards the western Galilee and Krayakot near Haifa in Israel. And this is the part from Israel. I think this is the part from the south. This is the part of Israel from south, I believe. So they are now encircling Israel from the south, from the north, from the east, from the west. And therefore, Israel is now seeing what they have never seen in the past. Unbelievable stuff happening, dear brothers and sisters. Angels are definitely involved in this. I am 100% sure, inshallah. So the rockets were fired towards the western Galilee and Kerot. This is the longest distance reached by Hamas fired rockets into Israel from Lebanon. So again, these attacks are coming from Lebanon, from all directions, from Syria, from Yemen, from everywhere. And then it basically says that distance, the Hamas said it fired 16 rockets into Israel in response to civilian killings in Gaza. Now 16 rockets, how many of them fell into Israel? Looks like to me a lot of them, at least maybe 90%. But in the past, this is what I want you to understand. In the past, almost all these rockets were stopped or prevented by Iron Dome system. The Iron Dome system cannot guarantee, it cannot protect the Israeli citizen who are living under the Zionist regime, at the same time killing these innocent civilians. It is not working. It is actually working against them. Now you see that meanwhile, Israel said that it detected about 30 launches from Lebanese territory. 30 launches. So this is a huge, like this is all out war. The IDF said it responded to rockets by firing cannons at the sources of the launches. Again, they have no answer. They're not, why are you guys not using, I don't use cannon? Like why? Well, the reason for that is because they cannot trust, they cannot depend, they cannot rely on this. Because these are coming from Hamas, right? Why would you not use Iron Dome? The system is complete failure. And now, at the same time, what we are seeing is that Joe Biden is now not willing to have this war continue on. I want you to take a look at this other report here. I talked to you guys about, which is this one. Take a look at Iran, what they're saying, and then I'll share with you something else. Iran said that the United States would be hit hard if Washington did not implement a ceasefire in Gaza. Okay, so Iran would be hit hard, and basically what it means is that Iran is now preparing its army to help not only just Hezbollah and Hamas, but also to target U.S. assets, military bases in the Middle East. That would also include the vicinity of Israel. Wherever U.S. is, Iran is going to hit them hard. And this is a declaration of war. I mean, this is something did not come in the past. This is a declaration of war. Think about the word. Iran said it's a war. And what U.S. is doing? Nothing. Why? Because U.S. is becoming miserable. They're collapsing. In the States, the political party, Democrats, Republican, they are divided on this issue of Israel. They are not, Donald Trump, he tried his best to stop paying Israel for security money by making this Abrahamic Accord work, but that did not work. Obviously now Saudi Arabia is not going to normalize a relationship with Israel. But Donald Trump, the main point was that he did not want to pay Israel money to protect themselves. So he said, UAE, Saudi Arabia, all of you guys come together, normalize your ties so that I don't have to feed this baby, Israel, this narcissistic baby person. But that did not happen. In the States right now, there is division. The citizens, good citizens, they are not supporting Israel. People who are pro-Zionist, there are very few, but majority of the United States citizen, good people, and good Christian, good Jew, they are saying we are not going to give Israel free money. So the opinion is divided. And that is making it very, very hard. Israel, where is your rhetoric against Iran? Where is your outcry? Where is your, those harsh tone against Iran? It's all gone because they cannot even deal with Hamas. Forget about dealing with a country like Iran. And the reason for that is obviously because it is qadr of Allah. If you oppress a people, Allah is going to send help. The nusra of Allah is here, is in Palestine. You want to see angel? Wallahi. I can tell you, go to Palestine, go to Gaza. You'll see malaika. Wallahi, I mean, subhanAllah, we don't see them. But what I'm saying is that you want to see miracle, go to Palestine, go to Gaza. You will see miracles. Wallahi, there is one lady, one sister from Syria. She actually saw a dream, and I'm not going to be playing the video. I'll actually make a separate video. But in that dream, Rasulullah, she saw Rasulullah, and Rasulullah promised her that the victory is near, the nusra of Allah is near. But I'm not going to be talking more about that in this particular video. Now, Qatar made a U-turn. Why I say this? Well, because take a look at this report. They have joined Hamas. Okay, Qatar is Hamas. Qatar transferred more than $1.8 billion to Hamas in 2012. Qatar has hosted the Hamas party leadership when Hamas head Khalid Mashal relocated from Syria to Qatar. They are actually holding the Hamas leadership in Qatar as we speak. In fact, when this attack took place on Israel 7th of October, before this attack and during the war escalation, Qatar said after everything is over, Israel, you have to come to Qatar and negotiate with Hamas. Can you believe this? And they also told US, you want to negotiate, you want to have a peace, come and negotiate with Hamas. Open. And why Qatar is doing this? Because Qatar is, subhanallah, a blessed land, a country that is so powerful now that without Qatar, you cannot have peace in the Middle East. Forget about it. So the US has bases, Israel has interest in Qatar. All of these countries, developed countries, Western countries, they have interest in Qatar. If Qatar stops supply of energy sources, and in fact, Qatari Prime Minister Thani, he said, I will stop supplying gas and electricity, and not electricity, like other oil or other, energy resources you need, if there is no ceasefire in Gaza. He made it absolutely clear. So Qatar is a big deal for US. They are hosting Hamas in front of US, Anthony Blinken and all those people. But US is incapable of doing anything because Qatar is Hamas and Hamas is Qatar, because they are brothers for a very long time. Right now, Israeli cities are shaken. What will happen next? You can only imagine. It's not looking good for Israel.